What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be ranking every single gun in Halo. So first of all, we have the Halo CE assault rifle. This is easily an S tier weapon. You know, you get it throughout the entire game, and it's the 60 magazine one, so you can just shoot for days, and it's awesome. Next we have the Halo CE Magnum, which is also another S tier. This is one of the classic ones, easily one of the strongest weapons in all of Halo. You can just hold down the trigger and it'll spray enemies like crazy. Next we have the shotgun from Halo CE. This is another, I'll put it at A tier. This is an A tier. Nah, we'll put it S tier. It's an S tier weapon. You know, it's amazing for taking out the Flood. Although some of the missions that it's using can be kind of a pain, but it's definitely an amazing weapon. Next we have the sniper rifle. Sniper rifle is another, or the Halo CE sniper rifle, my bad. And it's another S tier weapon. I remember using it in multiplayer, and it's awesome. There's like no recoil at all, and you can just take out enemies from like all across the map. Next we have the rocket launcher. I'm gonna put it in A tier because I don't like how the Flood have it, and they get me in Legendary, and it's not a great sight to see. So that's the only reason it's not S tier, because it is an amazing weapon, but the Flood do annoy me with it. Next we got the flamethrower. I haven't seen it in multiplayer. I'm pretty sure it's only, or I haven't seen it in campaign. I'm pretty sure it's only in multiplayer. So I'll put it in A tier. It's a nice little secret weapon to have. Next we have the plasma rifle. The plasma rifle is another A tier weapon. It's great for getting those little floating robot dudes, but it's a solid weapon. It's decent. Not the best, not the greatest. Now the plasma pistol, I have to put it in B. It's just not the greatest weapon. I'm not a big fan of the plasma pistol personally. It's got a cool design, but it doesn't do that much damage. Unless you hold it for like a long time, but I'm not big on holding it down. So and next we have the needler. The needler, I'll put it in S tier. The needler is an S tier weapon. You know, it's amazing for getting those elites and stuff and those hunters. Whenever the little crystals explode, it's amazing. The fuel rod in Halo CE, I'll admit I don't think I've seen it other than in multiplayer. So I'll put it as another B tier because I actually don't remember very much of this one. I know what it is. I know some about it, but not the most popular weapon in the game. Not very known. Next we have the Halo 2 battle rifle. I'll put it in A tier because it's still a good gun, but I don't like how they replaced it or how it got replaced. No, it replaced the assault rifle. Didn't get replaced. It replaced the assault rifle in Halo 2, and I would have liked if we had the assault rifle in Halo 2. But it's still a pretty good weapon, so I'll put it in A tier. Next we have the Halo 2 Magnum. The Halo 2 Magnum, it's a B tier weapon. It's not as good as the Halo CE Magnum, but it works. So we'll put it in B tier. It's a solid B. Next we have the SMG. Now the SMG, I'm gonna put this in S tier. The Halo 2 SMG is an amazing weapon to use, especially when you have two of them and you can just spray all the enemies. It's awesome. Next we have the shotgun. Now this is another S tier. This is another S tier shotgun. It's exactly like the Halo 1 shotgun. You just hold it a little different, but it's an amazing one. So I'll put it in S tier. Next we have the Halo 2 sniper. This is a multiplayer classic. You know, Halo 2 snipers only is one of my favorite game modes in the game. It's exactly like the Halo 1 one, and it's awesome. Next we have the rocket launcher. I'll put it in A tier. I don't use the rocket launcher very much. Actually, nah, we'll put it in S tier. It's a good weapon. It's an A tier. It's S tier weapon. It's an S tier weapon. But I don't have much to say about that one. So next we have the carbine. This is an A tier weapon. You know, it's good whenever you play as the Arbiter and you get the other Covenant that are like the bad the no the Covenant that the Covenant doesn't like, you know. Next we have the plasma rifle. It's exactly like the one in Halo CE, except you can hold two of them. So it's another A tier. You know, plasma pistol from Halo 2. Still not a big fan. You know, I'll put it in B tier, just like with the other plasma rifle. Next we have the Halo 2 Needler. It's another S tier weapon. That's another fun one to use. That's an amazing weapon to use. You know, you love to see the Needler. You know, next we have the beam rifle, and I'm putting this in D tier specifically because of the Jackals and Halo 2 Legendary, because they have aimbot and they use this weapon with their aimbot, and I just don't like it. It's very, very annoying, and I spent hours just trying to get a skull in Halo 2 Legendary where those Jackals are. And I think it's Metropolis, maybe? I think it's Metropolis is the mission. Or Metropolis. Um, Next we have the fuel rod, or the fuel rod gun, which is exactly like the one in Halo CE. So I'm just gonna put it in B tier. Next we have the brute shot. This is a good, I'll put it in S tier because of how good it works on brutes. I love taking it from dead brutes and then killing them. It's amazing. But next we have the energy sword, the first energy sword in the series. Uh, it's an S tier. The only downside is that it sends you flying across the map, but it's a one-hit wonder, and it takes one hit to kill them. Not like it was only good in this game, and it's amazing. The dual magnums. The dual magnums, I'll still put them in B tier. They're a little bit better, but they're not quite A tier level. Having two of them is cool. Now the dual SMGs, that's an S tier. The dual SMGs are awesome. Same with the dual plasma rifles. The dual plasma rifles are amazing. Dual plasma pistols, they'll stay in B tier. Still not the biggest fan of them. The dual needlers are an S tier though. Those are a W weapon. Next we have the Sentinel beam. This is a solid A. It doesn't have very much ammo. They run out fast, but they are pretty good. Next we have the assault rifle from Halo 2. Halo 2 Anniversary. And this was only in the multiplayer. I personally didn't like it very much. It just seemed like a copy and paste of the Halo 4 one, but it was in Halo 2. The battle rifle it'll stay in S tier. It's pretty cool. The noise was a little. I wasn't a big fan of how it sounded, but it's got a nice little new coat of paint to it. You know, the Magnum, still not a big fan of it. Most of these are going to be exactly the same because they're the same guns from Halo 2, just with better textures. So, yeah, some of these are different though. I think this is a suppressed SMG from Halo 2. I'm pretty sure this was only in multiplayer. So I'll put it in B since it wasn't even in the campaign. But it was still a pretty cool one. Yeah. These are mostly exactly the same as the regular ones. Because they're the same weapon. So there's nothing really to say about it. The rocket launcher is exactly the same. The carbine is exactly the same. Where's the carbine? There's the carbine. Yeah, I knew I'd put it in A tier. Plasma rifles are no. Plasma rifles the same. Plasma pistols the same. Needler is the same. The beam rifle's the same. Fuel rod's the same. Brute shot's the same. The energy sword's the same. Sorry, there's a few of these. The infected sword. This is an infected. I really liked infection, but and the red glow is kind of cool, but it's not in the campaign. It's more of an only one mode in multiplayer weapon. So I'll put it in A tier just for that reason. But yeah. Now I just gotta put last few anniversary weapons here. The dual suppressed SMGs. I don't even think I've ever used dual suppressed SMGs, to be honest with you, but where'd I put there it is. I'll just put it in the same with that one. Yeah. Dual needlers. Sentinel beam. Next we have the Halo 3 Assault Rifle. This is another classic weapon that you see in Halo 3. An amazing weapon to use. Next we have the Battle Rifle from Halo 3. And the Battle Rifle is just a really fun weapon to use across all the Halos. And in Halo 3 I think it really thrived. Especially because you get both that and the Assault Rifle, unlike in Halo 2. The Magnum, I'm going to be honest, it's not the best Magnum. It was an alright Magnum, but it was just the same. I feel the same about it as I do about the Halo 2 Magnum. There's nothing special about it. But we have the suppressed pistol from Halo 3. This was in the Halo 3 ODST DLC. Not really in Halo 3. It is in Halo 3 ODST, and it's got an awesome design though, so I'll put it in S tier. Just because of how cool it looks and how iconic it is to that game. And next we have the Halo 3 SMG. I'll put it in S tier. It's about the same as the other 3 SMGs, or the other 2 SMGs. They're a really good weapon, really useful in the game. Next we have the Halo 3 ODST Suppressed SMG. This is another S tier weapon. That game is so iconic, and whenever you think of the Suppressed SMG, you think of Halo 3 ODST. And, you know, all the ODSTs have it. Next we have the shotgun from Halo 3. It's super effective against the Flood, and is a key component in defeating the Flood in Halo 3. And it's a super useful weapon. Next we have the sniper rifle from Halo 3, and the sniper rifle in Halo 3 works amazing against enemies. Not much to say. It's about the same as the ones from Halo 1 and 2. But yeah. Next we have the rocket launcher from Halo 3, and it's about the same as the other ones. Again, not much to say about it. It's an amazing weapon. And next you have the Spartan laser rifle. The laser rifle, it's a little hard to use. It's only got a few shots, and you have to like hold it down for a minute, but it's a good weapon. You know, it's got some iconic moments in the Halo 3 campaign. Overall, an A tier weapon. And next we have the turret gun, that you can detach and use, and this is an S tier weapon. Actually, I'll put it in B tier just because it doesn't have that much ammo a lot of the time. A lot of the time it'll run out of ammo pretty fast. But it's still a really good weapon to use, especially when you like have a bunch of enemies that you need to fight. Next we have the missile pod. I don't remember very much of this weapon. I remember using it a little bit, but overall not much. I'm pretty sure it's another turret that you detach, but it's just got explosives, so I'll put it in... Actually, I'll put it in B tier. Next, I've got the Halo 3 flamethrower, which I actually haven't used, so... yeah, I haven't really used this one, so I can't really say anything about it. I'll just put it in D tier. Not because I don't like it, but because I don't remember it. Yeah. Next we have the Halo 3 carbine. It's about the same as the Halo 2 carbine. It's a good weapon. You know, solid A tier weapon whenever you're playing as player 2, and you're playing as the Arbiters whenever you use it the most. Unless you pick it up from a Covenant. And next we have the plasma rifle from Halo 3. A solid S tier weapon, you know, super useful. Next we have the Brute Plasma. The Brute Plasma, something tells me it does a little bit more damage, or it's like a little faster or something like that. I think is like that. Somebody in the comments confirm. If I remember correctly, it does. So it's a super useful weapon. That's why I'll put it in S tier. The Halo 3 Plasma Pistol. It's in the B tier again, you know. Not much to say. The Halo 3 Needler. This Needler is a really good Needler. It's about the same as the other ones. So, yeah. Then we have the Spiker. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you get these from Brutes. And this is a really cool weapon. It's like a Needler, but it doesn't really explode. The melee is pretty cool though, because it's got the little blades on the end of it, but it's an A tier weapon. It's like a brute copy of the Needler, but the needles don't explode. Next we have the Mauler. This is, it's a C tier weapon. I didn't really use it. I didn't really use it that much. You know, there's a lot better weapons to use in Halo 3 than the Mauler. But it's not a terrible weapon, you know? If it's the last weapon you got, it does the job. So I'll put it in C tier. Next we have the beam rifle. I'll put it in B tier because it doesn't have the same problem that Halo 2 has. Actually, I'll go ahead and put it in A tier because it doesn't have the same problem that Halo 2 has. Still difficult, but not as difficult, and it's a pretty fun sniper to use. Fuel rod gun, about the same as the other ones. Not much to say about that one again. Next we have the Brute Shot from Halo 3. Now, the Brute Shot it's about the same as in Halo 2. Another S tier weapon. Super cool blade on it whenever you try to smack somebody with it. Next we got the Plasma Cannon. Now the Plasma Cannon's gonna be another B tier weapon. I'll put it in B tier. You know, it's not super used. You know, maybe you'll use it like once during the campaign or something. Not usually a go-to. Next we have 7 Wood. I honestly don't even know what this weapon is. I'm gonna have to go do some research on that after the video. But I'm not familiar with this weapon, so I'm gonna have to put it in D tier. I don't know. Next we got the Halo 3 Energy Sword. This is an easy S tier weapon. You know, it's amazing. Same with the Gravity Hammer. The Gravity Hammer is also another S tier weapon. It's awesome. The Dual Magnum's about the same as the regular Magnum. Just does some more damage because it's dual. But, yeah, not much to say about that. We have the dual SMGs from Halo 3. Now, the dual SMGs from Halo 3 are another pretty cool one. You know, they're really good. They're about the same as the Halo 2 dual SMGs. You know, but a little more balanced. Sorry about that. Decline that. That's Retro Mask. Go subscribe to him. He's really cool. He's my brother. But, yeah. Next we got the dual plasma rifles. The dual plasma rifles, I'm gonna put them in A tier. Alright, next we got the dual brute plasma rifles from Halo 3. Now these are another A tier weapon. Actually, I'll put them in S tier because they do a little bit more damage. They're faster, something like that. And they're really cool. I meant to put these in S tier. My mistake about that, but yeah, those are really cool. Dual plasma pistols from Halo 3, I gotta put them in B tier, you know. Another one that just is kinda mid, you know. They're alright. About the same as the other ones, not much to say, you know. Next we got the dual needlers. These are another S tier weapon. Amazing to use. They're really cool. Not much to say about that. Dual spikers are pretty cool. Another useful weapon. You'll probably use these a lot during the campaign. The dual mauler is about the same as the regular mauler, you know. The sentinel beam, another A tier. Runs out fast, but still really reliable. Next we have the Halo Reach Assault Rifle, another easy S tier. It's got one of the coolest designs out of all of them. For one of the most iconic games in the franchise. Really awesome one. Next we have the Halo Reach Magnum. I really like the design and the feel of this Magnum, especially when you're reloading, so I'll put it in A tier. But overall, really good one. The DMR, an S tier weapon, takes out people easily, especially in multiplayer. It's an amazing weapon. Now I have the Halo Reach shotgun. The shotgun in Halo Reach is it's one of the best shotguns in the game, or in the franchise, and it's it's a really good one to use. There's no flood in this one, so you don't really need to use it against flood because there's no flood in this one, but still a really good one to use against the government. Or covenant, not government. Next we have a sniper rifle, the sniper rifle from Halo Reach. And the Halo Reach sniper rifle, it's another S tier. A really fun to use, about the same as the other ones, you know. Not much to say. The grenade launcher I wasn't a big fan of. You know, it's alright. It's not bad, but usually doesn't have that much ammo, and it's not very reliable. So I'll put it in B tier. Next we got the rocket launcher from Halo Reach. And this rocket launcher is about the same as the other one, so I'll put it in A tier. Actually, yeah, I'll put it in A tier. It's about an A tier weapon. The laser rifle, it's about the same as it was in Halo 3, except it didn't really have those same iconic emotional moments. So I'll put it in there. The target locator, it was only used in one mission. So I'll put it in C tier just because it's not really used very often, and it's not even really a weapon. It's more of just like a caller. It just like calls in where you want the ship to take out the thing, and it takes it out. But it still gets the job done, so I'll put it in C tier. Next we have the turret and the detachable turret, and I'm gonna put this in S tier just because of how cool one of the characters in the game, George, he's really cool. He uses the gun all the time, and it's really fun to use whenever you use it, and it's got some really emotional moments. So I'll put it in S tier. Next I have the needle rifle. This one's a little weird. It's like a needler, but it's single shot and it's a rifle. Not as iconic as the regular needler, so I'll put it in A tier. Next we have the Halo Reach plasma rifle. About the same as the other plasma rifles, you know. Not super iconic, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool weapon. It's an A tier. Next we have the plasma repeater. This one was alright. I wasn't a big fan of it, you know. It was a cool weapon, but also not the best, so I'll put it in C tier. Next we got the plasma rifle. Exactly the same as the other ones. You know, not much to say. The Halo Reach Needler. Again, the same. Next we got the Spiker from Halo Reach. This one is another, where did I put the other ones? It's the same as the other ones. So, you know, again, not much to say about that. Really cool though. But next we got the Focus Rifle. The Focus Rifle, it was a pretty cool gun, but not super well known. You know, it's not very iconic. Not one that you would usually remember, but it's a good weapon in the moment. So I'll put it in A tier. Next we'll do the concussion rifle. Concussion rifle, I don't remember it super well, but I do remember a little bit. You know, not super memorable, but it's a pretty good weapon from what I remember. So I'll put it in B tier. Next we got the fuel rod gun. Again, another B tier. Solid weapon. Not super memorable. Next we got the plasma launcher. I remember some about this. It's about a B tier weapon. You know, it's alright. Not the best though. Same with the plasma cannon. You know, it gets the job done. Not super memorable. The energy sword, super memorable, specifically from the ending of Halo Reach. I won't spoil it, but it's an S tier weapon. It's used in some really cool moments in this game, and it's really fun to use. Gravity Hammer, just another 8 S tier weapon. It's an amazing weapon. It's overpowered for sure. Yeah, got quite a bit more. Next we got Halo 4. So next we got the Halo 4 assault rifle. I thought the design was pretty cool, but it's a little clunky, so we'll put it in A tier. Same, and actually the Magnum for Halo 4 I wasn't a big fan of. So I'll put that in S tier. The design is just a little eh. Same with the battle rifle for Halo 4. The DMR for Halo 4, I'll put it in S tier. It was a good. The DMR in general is just good. The shotgun, wasn't a big fan of the Halo 4 shotgun. I really liked the saw though. The saw, it's not super iconic, but well, it's iconic to this game, but it's not in any of the other games. But it's a decent one. It's a good one. It's probably my favorite Halo 4 weapon, so I'll put it in there. The sniper rifle, uh, I'll put it in A tier. It's not as good as the other ones, but it's still decent. This thing, what is that? The RPD, I think that says. The RPD was alright. Not a big fan of the RPD, but, it's decent. Gets the job done. But that's about all I have to say about it. Railgun, same with the railgun. Didn't care for it much. The rocket launcher. It's got the same design as the other ones, so that makes it not as bad. Most of my hate to these guns is mostly the game, but yeah. The laser rifle's or Spartan laser is right here. It's about the same as the other. Actually, no, that's hateful. I'll put it in B. That's a solid weapon. Target locator, not even really a weapon, but, still works. Actually, I'll put it in here just because it's not even as iconic as the one in Halo Reach, so I'll just put it in there. The minigun's still good, or the turret, the detachable turret's still pretty good. So I'll put it in there. Same with the carbine rifle. This weapon, it can be clutch in some moments. Whenever you need a weapon, it'll be laying on the ground. It'll work pretty well. Next we got the plasma pistol. Not as good as the other ones. But yeah, the Needler is still a good one. Beam rifle, it's B tier. It's alright. The concussion rifle, it's not even super known. I'll put it in D tier. No one really cares about that one. The fuel rod gun, D tier. Not really a good one. The plasma cannon is another D tier. The suppressor was pretty good. It worked pretty well. I'll put it in A tier. The pistol version of it though, the bolt shot was alright. The long rifle was pretty cool. I think I'll save that for later. What I was gonna say, but I was gonna say it's something to do with Halo 5, but we're not at Halo 5 yet, so I'll put it there. The scatter shot was alright. It was a cool shotgun. It was a good shotgun. The binary rifle, I'll put it in C tier. I don't remember it super well. The cannon will go here. I don't think that's super used other than by enemies. The Halo 4 energy sword, though, it's another amazing energy sword. It's the energy sword, so, not much to say about that. Same with the gravity hammer. Yeah. Next we got the Halo 5 assault rifle. Halo 5 assault rifle was about the same as the Halo 4 one, except you could aim with it. Didn't really care for it. Same with the pistol. Same exactly as Halo 4. I guess the design's a little different, but honestly, I think they made the design even worse. But, the Halo 5 gunfighter, I don't remember this one, really. I'll put it in D tier, mostly because I don't remember it. It looks like a pistol, so it's probably just exactly like the pistol, but I don't know. I remember this one from multiplayer. It's just the suppressed pistol. Also not even used in the campaign, so I'm going to put it in D tier. The Whispered Truth, I don't remember this one. The Magnum, having the Halo CE Magnum in the game was pretty cool, so I'll put it in B tier. Another multiplayer gun, but it was pretty cool, but it's just the Halo CE Magnum, just in that Halo. So Yeah. Then we'll have the battle rifle. The Halo 5 battle rifle was pretty cool. They took away the scope. Wasn't a big fan of that. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. It's not in the campaign though, so it's C tier, but it does have the scope. So I'll give it points for that. Next we have the Halo 5 DMR. The design and the way it works isn't as good as the other Halos, so I'll put it in B tier. But the SMG wasn't a big fan of how the design looked compared to the other ones, like when you're using it and stuff, and how the aiming looked with this one. I'll put it in C tier. I don't know why I put. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's not in the campaign. I was about to say, why did I put this one below this one? But this one's not using the campaign. Not even really using the multiplayer very much. But, yeah. Then we have the shotgun. Again, not super iconic. I'll put it. It's about the same as these guns, though. So these ones I'm just gonna put in D tier, just because I don't really remember them. I'm pretty sure they're used in like the multiplayer, like Warzone or something. Firefight. Next we have the Saw. The Saw is another good one. I like the Saw. Sucks that these are like the only two games that it's used in, because these are not great games. I feel like it would have worked better in other games, but it works for these games, so it's alright. Any game, these are just copies of that weapon, so I'll just put them in D tier. But the Halo 5 sniper rifle, it's a solid weapon. I'll put it, in, I'll put it in B tier. Yeah, these ones just go in D tier, because they're just copies of the sniper rifle that are just like blueprints or something. The Hydra, I don't really remember this weapon, so I'm gonna put it in D tier. But doesn't look like a very good weapon. The design's just definitely a little ugly, but yeah, the same with the grenade rifle. Don't really care for it. The railgun was also not a really memorable gun in the game. You know, the Pillamos, the rocket launcher type gun, it was a decent gun. It's not D tier bad, but it was also not great. Those are just copies. This one was the actual rocket launcher, so I'll put it above that one. You know, these are just blueprints, so I'll put them down here again. Uh, the laser rifle was this is another really. It's about the same as these guns. You know, it's a C tier gun. It's all right. These ones are just blueprints. I think this is the turret, the detachable turret. So I'll put it up there because the detachable turret's pretty good, especially in Halo 5. It works really well. But yeah, I don't remember this gun. I'm not sure if this is the detachable turret or not, and this is something else or what. But I'm gonna put this one in D tier. The Gauss turret. I don't remember this one either, really. I didn't play very much Halo 5 other than like the campaign and infection, so I'm putting this one in D tier. The rocket pod, again, don't really remember it, so I'm gonna put it in D tier. The carbine rifle was alright, I'll put it in B tier. I liked it. These ones were just copies. This is the storm rifle. Where'd it go? There it is. The storm rifle, another pretty decent one. But or no, is this the same gun? I can't tell. I don't think it is. I think, yeah, this isn't the same gun. Okay. The design threw me off a little bit. This is like the Halo 4 one. This is about the same as the Halo 4 one, except you could aim. So, what did I do with the Halo 4 one? There it is. Yeah, B tier. It's a B tier weapon. That's a good ranking for it, in my opinion. Yeah, put these here. The Brute Plasma Rifle. It's not as iconic as the other ones, but it's still pretty cool. Even here. The design for the Halo 5 Plasma Pistol is just really ugly in my opinion. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Just because I don't care for the Plasma Rifle in general anyways. But The Needler is another good one. You know, you always love to see the Needler, but it's Halo 5, so can't put it any higher than A tier really. Yeah, the beam rifle, another solid weapon. It's all right, you know. Put it in there and put the copies away. The Halo. Oh yeah, they added the Halo 2 beam rifle. That was pretty cool, I guess. Only for multiplayer though, so I'll put it there. Um, the Plasma Caster. Don't really remember this one, so I'm gonna put it in D tier. Fuel Rod Gun, another super unmemorable gun from the game. Plasma Turret. Don't care for it. The Wicked Grasp, I don't really remember this one either. The Suppressor was alright. This suppressor was pretty cool, so I'll put it in B tier. The copies, I'll put there. The Bolt Shot, again, wasn't a big fan of the Bolt Shot. I'll put it in C tier. It was a decent gun. The Light Rifle is the sniper type thing. You know, it was pretty cool how, like, whenever you weren't aiming, it was it was auto, and then whenever you aimed it was semi-auto, but still a decent one. These ones are just copies. The Scatter Shot, this one was a pretty good one to use against certain enemies, you know, especially the what are they called, the Guardian people dudes, you know what I'm talking about. The Didacts, those dudes. But these will just go here. Binary Rifle, don't really remember the Binary Rifle. I don't think I remember the Binary Rifle, do I? I don't think I remember it really, so I'll put it in D tier. Anybody who loves these weapons that I'm putting in D tier, just know it's probably because I just don't remember them, because I haven't really played Halo 5 in a while. But Closed Fist, I think this is just a copy of the Bolt Shot. The Incineration Gun, the Incineration Cannon is another one I don't really remember. So I'll put them there. The Splinter Turret, it was alright. I'll put it in C tier. The Sentinel Beam, I didn't even realize that the Sentinel Beam was in Halo 5 until right now, just because I don't remember it. Maybe I used it before, maybe I didn't. The 7 Wood, again, I don't remember that one. It looks like a golf club, but yeah. The Energy Sword, though, it's gonna be S tier, because that's just a really cool one. These are just copies of the Energy Sword, so I'm just gonna put them here. Gravity Hammer, wasn't a big fan of the design for it, so I'll put it. It just didn't look really as cool as the other ones. Plus, it's Halo 5, so I'll put it in A tier rather than an S tier. Next, we got the Assault Rifle from Halo Infinite. I personally really like the design of the Assault Rifle in Halo Infinite, so I'm gonna put it in S tier. It's a really good weapon for Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite's a really good weapon. The Long Shot, I think this is just another copy of that weapon, so I'll just put it in there. The Sidekick is a really cool pistol, personally. I really like the Sidekick, so I'll put it in A tier with the other ones. I really like it. That's just a copy. The Battle Rifle, not as good as in the other ones, but it's a decent battle rifle. I'll put it in A. A seems like a fair one for that one. Next we got, that's just a copy, the Bandit Rifle. The Bandit's really cool. I really enjoy this weapon, me personally. I've played a little bit of Infinite. I've played quite a bit of Infinite, and that one's really good. This is just a copy. The Commando is an amazing weapon. I'm gonna put this in S tier, especially in multiplayer. Super fun weapon to use. It's like the Saw, but it doesn't have as much ammo. The Mask Avenger, this one is a really cool one. It's got 60 mags or 60 bullets. I'll put it in A tier because that's a really good one to use. I really enjoy using that one in multiplayer. The shotgun, the Bulldog, This is a really good shotgun. I'll put it in A tier because it's not as iconic as the other shotguns, but it's still a really good one for this game. Let's copy the sniper rifle. This is another S tier sniper rifle. I've hit some really good clips with this one. You know, got some really good shots off with that one in multiplayer. Next we got the Hydra. The Hydra, I don't really remember the Hydra, so I'm gonna put it in D tier just because I don't remember it. But the rocket launcher is pretty good. I'll put it in C tier. Not the best rocket launcher, but a decent one. Don't really remember this one. Detachable turret's a really good one. I'll put it in A tier because that's a really good one to use. Plasma carbine I don't really use. I think that might be a newer one that I haven't really used from multiplayer. Same with the Vestige the first Vestige carbine. The Stalker rifle, I don't really remember this one, just based off that design, and I don't really remember that. Plasma pistol, again, not a big fan of the design. You know, don't really care for it, so it's gonna go into D. The Needler is good in Halo Infinite. Solid B tier. Actually, no, I'll put it in A tier. A tier is a good spot for that. That's just another one. The Disruptor, I love the Disruptor. Personally, I really love this gun in Halo Infinite. I'm gonna put it in S tier. That might be a hot take. I don't know. The Mangler in this game was really good. I'll put it in A tier. That's a really good weapon. This will go down here. The Multilator, I don't really remember this gun. I don't really remember that gun, so I'll put that there. The shock rifle's a really good weapon. I'll put it in A tier. The shock rifle does really good, especially in multiplayer. The Ravager's alright. I'll put it in B tier. It's an okay gun, used by the Banished. It's got the cool blade at the end I really like. The Skewer, don't really remember. Volatile Skewer, that's just another copy. Plasma Turret, don't really remember. Don't really remember that one. The Heat Wave is another, I'll put it in C tier. It's an alright one. I just don't use it very much personally. The Cinder Shot, gonna put it in C tier again. You know. The Sentinel Beam, it's about the same as the other Sentinel Beams from the other games. Where did I put them? Yeah, I put them here. I'll put them in A tier. That's just a copy. The Halo Infinite Energy Sword is an amazing energy sword. You know, it's got that cool shade of blue. Really nice. Awesome weapon to use. Not much to say. These are just copies. Gravity Hammer. Another S tier weapon. You know, it's another amazing one. About the same as the other ones. These are just copies. And the frag grenades over the entire Halo series are an S tier. The grenades are really well. They work really well. Especially, same with the plasma grenades. Plasma grenades, amazing weapons. Spike grenades are about the same. About another S tier weapon. These are amazing. And I don't really remember these grenades. I'll put them in D tier just because I don't really remember them. But same with the dynamo grenades. Some of these might just be that I've used them and I just don't remember. Pulse grenades, again, don't really remember. Splinter grenades, I remember these. These ones were decent, but they're not really as iconic as the other ones, so I'll put it in A tier. But yeah, so this is my tier list for all the weapons in Halo. So yeah, remember, this is my opinion. If you don't agree with me, then that's fine. But that's about it. See ya.